applying and blending, applying and blending. So place your colors first and then blend later. And by doing this, by doing the pouncing motion, you're actually allowing the powder to stick to the skin first. Alright? And you're not going to get fall-offs. And then at that point, you can brush and spread it out evenly. This is just going to be our base color. Okay. And open your eyes. And you don't get fall-offs right in your cheekbones if you do that. Okay. Alright. So another tip also when you're like applying your base color is that make sure, I've seen many makeup artists and just general users that when they're applying color, the whole length of the bristle is pressing against their lid like this. Everybody guilty here? Yes. Alright, and make sure that when you're applying the color, that's almost just the tip that's touching the skin when you're applying. Okay, you're going to get a better application, a more even application, and an even coverage of color if you do that, as opposed to using the whole length of the bristles when you're applying eyeshadow. Alright, so when you apply it, just make sure it's just the tip of the brush and short strokes. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the next color. I want to do a little bit of a crease on her. So I'm going to move into a medium color. This is kind of like a mocha color. Again, I'm using my crease brush or a pencil brush. Many of us refer to this as a pencil brush. Again, I picked up the color and I'm working it on the bristle. Okay. So I'm going to apply this right on her crease. I want just barely there low. Now she doesn't have a prominent crease, and that's very typical of Asian eyes. We all have kind of like either monolidded or heavy-hooded lidded, and we don't have a prominent crease. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to add a little bit of a crease on her. Okay, nothing too dramatic, just really lightly. Alright, and once again, alright, it's very, very lightly. It's just almost that point tip that's touching her skin. Alright, I'm doing the windshield wiper motion. And I'm concentrating just right on the crease line. Now, if you can't find your crease line, if you can't find your client's crease line, all right, what you want to do is basically place the handle of your brush and just kind of like lightly roll it down. And where it sinks in, that's where the hollow of the eye is, and that's where you want to place it. Okay, so that's very, very nice and light. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys the difference of what I did. As you can see, there's no fall loss. If I do the same exact thing, okay, pick my powder, all right, and it's just on my brush, and I apply this directly right into her eye. Do you see that? It just fell off right there already. Okay, so that's the problem that we run into. And sometimes we do that tap, 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 flick, 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 and we still do it, we still get that fall off right there. So it's always best to just work the powder into the brush first. Okay? Work it into the brush first, and then apply that right